This is The Scoop for Thursday.
I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines. Governor Ron DeSantis held a news conference in downtown Tampa yesterday to endorse a new bill that would add permanent protections from vaccines to Florida's Patient Bill of Rights. He was joined by his wife, Casey, and Florida Surgeon General Joseph Ladapo. As WMNF's Chris Young reports, Ladapo was asked about the state's first confirmed measles case this year.
Ladapo addressed the state's first reported measles case at a South Florida high school. Taking a question from a reporter, Ladapo says that measles case is the only one he knows of, but there may be more.
We've already had some communications with the school that the young girl attends, and we've provided information about options that parents have. One of those that's very important is just communicating that their preferences and choices for their healthy kids are going to be respected.
He cited vaccines as one option, but echoed U.S. Secretary of Health RFK Jr.'s recommendation of using vitamin A to fight measles. This comes as vaccine skepticism is on the rise. Ladapo faced criticism in 2024 for telling parents at a South Florida school they have a choice whether to send their unvaccinated children to school following a measles outbreak. Chris Young, WMNF News.
Students from the University of South Florida are taking a bus to Tallahassee to join hundreds of others at a climate protest today. WMNF's Josh Holton reports young environmental and energy justice activists from the Panhandle to the Keys will rally ahead of an Earth Advocacy Day to urge legislators to protect our area from the impacts of a warming planet.
Earth Advocacy Day aims to empower young Floridians to take action on climate change and environmental justice by engaging directly with their lawmakers. Helping organize the bus heading out of Tampa is Peyton Hoey, the digital communications manager for the Clio Institute. That stands for Climate Leadership Engagement Opportunities. She says that rising seas, high temperatures, and devastating storms are driving them to bring these issues to the Capitol.
We've seen in Tampa and all across Florida, really, a rate hike, right? TECO has raised their rates by at least 64% in the last 4 years. This is a speed that people cannot keep up with the rising cost of goods.
These issues and more will be considered during the legislative session, which started Tuesday. The event is organized by a coalition of organizers, including Youth Action Fund, Engage Miami, the Sunrise Movement, and Florida Student Power. For WMNF News, I'm Josh Holton in Tampa.
A proposal filed in the Florida legislature could help shield owners of former phosphate mines from pollution liability. WMNF's Faith Montalvo reports on some of the concerns with this bill.
House Bill 585 would require the Department of Health to survey former phosphate mining land for radiation. These survey results could then be used in civil lawsuits against phosphate mining companies. But critics within the legislature say the bill does not include an estimated cost of these property surveys. It also does not address how the public will access information from them. St. Petersburg Democratic Representative Lindsey Cross says the bill, as it's currently written, does not specify what should happen to the land as a result of the surveys.
For example, is there an acceptable or a safe level of gamma radiation, or is there a certain threshold above which maybe a playground or a school or a neighborhood should not be built?
The bill advanced through the House Natural Resources and Disasters Subcommittee on Tuesday by a vote of 16-2. Faith Montalvo, WMNF News.
The second Trump presidency has led to funds being cut at USAID. Nancy Wildfire Field is the first president of the board of directors for the League of Women Voters in St. Pete. Speaking on WMNF's Midpoint, she said those funds help tackle diseases like Ebola and malaria.
To have the most effective programs and to have the most impact and to be able to eliminate some of these issues, you really need all of the sectors working together.
You can catch WMNF's Midpoint every Wednesday morning at 10 a.m., listen live, or find the full interview at WMNF.org. It's going to be sunny and breezy with a high of 65 today. Lows tonight will be in the upper 40s. Sunny and warmer on Friday with highs in the mid-70s. I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop.
Recorded at WMNF Tampa.